good chat. Stool tests. Oh, yes. Welcome to the vlog.
Someone told me this ain't love. There's no way you'll get into my heart. Someone told me gotta move on. Keep it together before you fall apart. And there's no reason to be numb, but I can't even fall asleep until the dawn.
Morning. How are you? Good morning, gentlemen, ladies, kids. Welcome back to Sydney. As you can tell, where else in the world? Where else in the world? One of the main sites. No, I won't go into the rant. Okay, bit on today. First of all, a bit of a team ride. Let's see how the boys are, hey?
Getting him, I'm not in love. I don't feel anything. Don't feel anything.
You got anything for me? So
Probably could have done with a couple more laps, to be honest. Big Dan's going a bit easy on us, but
yes. Okay. Yeah, this is part of the little nationals chat we'll talk about in the next couple of weeks, obviously. Did I mention cycling infrastructure in Sydney? Alright. Let's get home because I want to talk about fatness.
If there's no love, then there's no love.
Clothesline over the slide. Guys, thank you very much for a lot of those comments after the crash vlog. Like, it's funny, people sort of give out about, you know, social media and the internet and all this kind of stuff, but I gotta say, like, I don't know if it's just this group of people that watch this, but like, it's so positive and like helpful and nice. It's like, once we had the crash, I was like, I gotta get a vlog up because I gotta tell everyone that we're alright. And yeah, and you guys were like really complimentary and really just nice. Up the stairs, you've got to go into Dada's office, you've got to touch Dada's computer. It is a dangerous game, actually, I don't know why I suggested that. And the other thing I want to mention, like, is my face, okay? So I'll put a link below to this, but I've been running this basically, this eye conjunctivitis cream, okay? So we're just over a week since the crash, and the healing has been amazing. Absolutely amazing. Compared to the crash this time last year, it took like a month for me to sort of look half normal, and plus like 3 or 4 weeks after the crash, there I was at poor old Deeks' wedding looking like friggin' leprosy man.
Put some ice cream on you. Oh no, that's just scab.
It's my scab. So I'll put a link below to that thing.
Ice cream truck!
Ice cream truck!
No, run out of ice cream.
It's run out of, that's the run out of ice cream sound. Yeah, that's the song they play.
They still have ice cream.
Slightly different pitch. We'll tell you when we hear it. That means they're out of ice cream. The weight thing. Okay, so look, this all started after Grafton into Inverell when I came back like 5 kilos heavier from just this one race. So I started monitoring my weight with real life scales during heavy training and during races. Like, the guys would see this. I would take a scale. You saw a little bit in the South Coast vlog that I was monitoring it more from the aspect I was really quite interested in what was going on. I made some pretty, well, I argue, yeah. Okay, we need to talk about it.
Wait. Okay, let's do the disclaimer bit. This is not nutritional advice. Everyone is different. Seek the help of a professional, etc, etc, etc. You guys know that I don't really like talking about weight in general. Just because, like, I think it's a loaded question in the cycling space especially, and especially with young kids watching this. Like, I've seen way too much young guys being way too calorie conscious. But what I do want to do is we'll share the experience of a late 30-year-old something person who is training hard and who is racing, and hopefully by sharing my experience, it might, well, debunk a few little urban myths as we go along, and hopefully it starts a conversation down below in the comments, and we can all kind of get involved in it. All right. What am I talking about? Okay, let's start with some weight facts. So I started the race, the Wednesday prologue, at 62.5 kilos, which was roughly about where I've been for the last 6 to 8 weeks with all my training load, etc., 500 grams here and there. That's pretty much where I have been the whole time. So I was 63 on the Thursday, 64 on the Friday, 65 on the Saturday, didn't weigh myself on the Sunday, but on the Monday when I got home, I weighed myself and I was exactly 65.9 kilos. A couple of days off the bike, weighed myself then on the Wednesday because I started thinking this might be a trend that we could talk about, and lo and behold, I was back to 63.3. A couple of more days along, and as I stand in front of you right now, 62.5 kilos. Pretty much back to where I was on the prologue day. Okay, some nutrition facts. Like we said in the daily vlogs, we kept it pretty clean, we kept it pretty simple. So the racing started at 10:30 a.m. every day. Up at 6:30, bowl of very simple muesli, maybe an apple with a little bit of yogurt, skim milk on it. An hour or two later, I would then probably have 2 pieces of toast, one with maybe some peanut butter and maybe one with some jam and some banana on it. That was literally all I would eat before the race. Now, at the start line, I would maybe then have a cup of coffee. Race time. Again, as you saw in the vlog, I would run 3 or 4 gels depending on the length of it, a brownie or 2 that was baked, well, banana bread, sorry, that was baked by Angus. The 2 bottles full of the Scratch Labs, and again, that was all I was racing with at the time. Hit the finish line, straight into one of these, the up and goes. Either ride back to the accommodation or back into the car pretty quickly, into some chicken sandwich, a salady type thing sandwich. Afternoon snack may have been a little half bowl of muesli with some yogurt while I was editing the daily vlog stuff. And then dinner. Dinner, guys, was very, very simple. Ben cooked some awesome stuff, chicken pesto-y type things. We had one vegetable roast chicken night, and we had a red meat night. Really nothing much extended above what I would normally eat when I'm training. That's the facts, and that's where I tap out. Because I'm not a nutritionist or a coach, so I'm going to ask someone.
You could have been putting on weight while you're down there because of a high carb diet, because glucose is stored in the body with water. So water with it. Once you got rid of that high carb diet, you would have got rid of a lot of it. The question is, in Sydney, are you running yourself dehydrated most of the time?
That could be, yeah. That's an interesting question.
Carbs are good. Hydration's good in the race.
What about extra 2 kilos by Sunday?
You should be more hydrated more often.
That makes sense, really, doesn't it? I mean, more hydration more often would mean that my weight would be more steady when I up the hydration at those particular events. But you see, there's something else I'm missing here, and there's something else that I'm not taking into account. These guys. Okay, so I don't run these normally. I don't train with them normally. And so whilst I'm probably not thinking that I am massively or really taking on more carbs, I am, because I'm hitting a whack of pure carbs, which kind of brings us then back to that carb loading thing that we were talking about a little bit in the daily vlog down there.
Particularly with the carb load, I think there was a bit of a negative vibe in the team around it, and a lot of people thought, I don't want to carb load because I'll gain weight and I get fat. But there is good research on carb loading, it does work. It just needs to be done properly. So sort of the things that came up when you guys were talking was about the weight gain related to it, which is something you need to watch out for. If you're aiming for 8 to 10 grams of carbs per kilo of body weight for 3 or 4 days for a carb load in a taper, you have to be careful of how much fat you're eating, because calories don't magically disappear. If you're eating that much carbs and then continuing to eat quite a bit of fat on top of it, you're going to store it. So that just needs to be mindful. You need to watch your fat intake when you're carb loading, because you will store it. You won't just piss them out. They will be stored somewhere. But I think that is also a bit different from the issue you're having with the weight gain. I think that's something specific to you that we need to work through. But I don't think that's specifically related to the carb loading, which I think was kind of the theme from the chats you were having.
Do you like that absolutely disgraceful bit of product placement? Hey, I got to do what I got to try, right? You heard about the cars and everything. Anyway, look, I think what he was saying there, to sum it up, is really quite interesting in the sense that when you're doing the carb loading, to also watch the fat increase, because, you know, calories are calories and you're not just going to piss it out, it's going to be stored somewhere. So to be conscious of that. But he is a firm believer in the carb loading thing. As far as me specifically goes, I think more what Dan was saying about the increased hydration during the racing is something that is going on. Maybe I can work some more hydration into my training. He did say off camera though, it was annoying, it was windy. It was really windy actually. But he did say, as you get older, as an older member of the community, once you're putting your body into these stresses, like this high intensity racing, your body can go into like a, oh my God, what's going on? Let's just grab everything because holy God, chaos is happening. Grabbing as much water and hydration as possible because, well, the body at this point is thinking that my days are numbered. The way that weight came off so quickly afterwards is probably a sign that it was more a hydration thing that's going on. I do want to come back really quickly to the weight thing with him.
That's why I kind of think it's best to have those chats individually, and then have if you want to chat about nutrition, just chat about nutrition to support your own training instead of, as soon as you start going down the weight loss path, it's so individual that it's not really much use talking in massive general terms. I think if you want to have a chat about nutrition, just keep it pretty specific to staying healthy and keeping up your training load, and that's sort of more beneficial. I'm going to get run over here
by that Holden. Here's a Holden here. Oh, we just happened to find ourselves in a car lot. So which was the bigger troll, the Holden thing or the tag thing? Both now. Just having a bit of fun, don't take it too seriously. Delighted that's how he finished that chat, with the talk about it being, I'm going to die, with it being an individual thing. Weight is an individual thing, and that's kind of why I wanted to share my experience with that, to kind of hopefully clear some of that up. But we're all different. Salmon avocado roll and edamame? Yes, please. Thank you very much. Chopsticks. Carbs and protein. I met you, but I never really know kind of what's in sushi. Like, I know what's in sushi, but you know, like, nutrition-wise, because it just seems to vary from shop to shop a lot of the time. This is kind of where I hand it over to you guys. Like, I really want your feedback on your experiences pre-post sportives, pre-post races. Are you finding that you come back heavier, lighter? Your performance, have you found it effective performance? Guys, this is where I really want this vlog to go. Like, next year, I want it to become this kind of conversation between me, you guys, the team, share info with each other, because I think the community, like I said in the beginning, the community's positive enough that I think we can do this. Sushi for lunch, sushi for lunch. Don't talk English, that's terrible. Yeah, look, I just want to quickly say this. I haven't had this chat with you for ages, actually. I also need to mention Angus's elbow. It's not broken, but he's been off the bike for a while. So as far as like the injuries and everything, this is way off subject, but he's all right. He's not dead. Nor am I. We're all good. Yeah, look, actually, speaking of Tassie, I really enjoyed doing the daily vlog. It was bloody hard work, and the guys had to pick up a lot of the slack for me, really, around the traps. But I enjoyed getting those out. I really enjoyed that kind of almost interactivity between you and us as it went along. So we're going to try it again. Bright's coming up. Going to try and daily vlog. See, I said try. We're going to try and daily vlog from it. The reason I'm saying try is because, well, Elizabeth and the girls are going to come. This is the first race weekend they have joined us at since what we like to call Code Orange. 18 months ago, the last time we tried it. It was a disaster with a capital D. So I'm going to hopefully try and bring you along with a little camera and daily vlog the whole experience with you. I've been sort of going at you a little bit about subscription and that stuff lately. Guys, please do, because that is now where I want to take the channel. Obviously, I want to have these conversations with you, and to have them more directly, I really want you to sort of be part of it and subscribe. So if you do like the sound of all that, do hit the subscribe button and I'll stop trolling you, I promise. Edamame time. Edamame good.
Okay, I'm going to finish with this. I wasn't actually going to show this footage, but Sammy Bascombe was running a bike camera during the crash that occurred down at Tassie. I want to finish with just playing out that little sequence. Sammy missed time cut afterwards. You'll see why he misses time cut, because he hangs around too long, but I think this is really important to show. I think it's important to show, well, you can make your own mind up about it, but I got a lot of time for this guy, and I think what he showed in this little bit is something that I think kind of represents us actually pretty damn well. So fair play, Sammy. See you in Bright, and see you guys in Bright.
I'm here, Alex. Yeah. Oi. Angus. You alright? I think I'm fine about the whole colour coming through. Okay. What you can do. Sam, get ready? Yeah. Let's get ready. Ben, do you want? Yeah. We're here, Ben. Hey, mate.